What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 10 match of the NCL, or the Nimbasa City League. I do want to apologize ahead of time. I am feeling very sick, so if my voice sounds a little weird, that's probably because my head is really stuffed up and I have a sore throat and I've been coughing for a while. Why does my keyboard go to German all the time? Sorry about that. This week we're taking on my good friend Nacho and his Detroit Teravolts. This is the first time that we were playing him, even though we've been in a few leagues together. We did not manage to play him in Mount Silver throughout the season because he was in the other conference, and we just didn't randomly match up with him. And we never played him in SAPL when I was still there either. Again, we're still playing him. I think I talked about this in Team Builder, but we will be playing him in the EPTL coming up shortly. Otherwise, this is the only other league that we've been in with him. So, I mean, it's still 4 leagues. Like, that's a fair amount of leagues. And the fact that I've known him for 7 months, and this is the first time we're battling, I think that's kind of neat. His team. Let's go over all the mods on his team. He's got Mega Latias, Tapu Bulu, Hawlucha, Araquanid, Chandelure, Sneasel, Kangaskhan, Melodic, Nidoking, Magneton, and Xurkitree. I was really expecting the Magneton to trap my Celesteela because I brought Celesteela to every single game, and it sort of just made sense to me. Tapu Bulu, I'm happy to not see it, although I think it's more to his benefit that it's not there. The only thing that I think that he would have brought it for maybe is just for a Seed Hawlucha to sort of suit my team. Sneasel, I'm happy to not see, but it didn't do too much against my team. Like, it kind of beat Hydra, and it kind of beat Bee, and it kind of beat Uxie, excuse me, and it kind of beat Rotom. Like, I don't know, a Azumarill was kind of my only way to switch into it, and I think it's a Poison Jab, so. Chandelure, I'm really happy not to see, although Hydreigon was a very easy switch into that, even though I'm like a Scarfed Hydreigon. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of expected Xurkitree. It's kind of been his kill leader, so for sure. Nidoking, for sure I was expecting. Melodic, I was expecting. Wasn't thrilled to see Melodic. I hate that thing so much. Mega Latias, again, I was expecting, but I wasn't thrilled to see it. So, anyways, if you haven't seen my team builder, then you should check that out. But otherwise, I'm bringing a 4 attacks Mega B with Fell Stinger, U-Turn, Poison Jab, Knockoff. Bring a Rocky Helmet, Cleric, Uxie to be able to deal with the Hawlucha. Bring in Assault Vested, Azumarill to be able to deal with the Mega Latias to an extent. And I think it was for something else, Chandelure as well. We're bringing a specially defensive Rotom-Mow to be able to be a sponge for the Xurkitree's attacks. Yeah, it's pretty much just there for the Xurkitree, to be honest with you. It can work against Melodic as well. We're bringing a Scarfed Hydra, which kind of claims a kill since Bulu didn't come. Dropping a Draco just kind of claims a kill against most things on his team, to be completely honest with you. And we're bringing a Wakanberry, Toxic Leaf Seed, Acrobatics, Earthquake, Celesteela set. I think it's Wakan with enough Spidef to like live a Thunderbolt from Magneton? Specs Magneton or something like that, and then kill it with an Earthquake. I think that was the plan. Oh, sorry, my brain's like weird. But anyways, let's get right in. I'm gonna leave with my Mega Beedrill. He's got nothing that's faster than it unless he brings a Scarfer. So I can just U-turn out for free turn 1, and I'm expecting the Araquanid, which is in fact his lead. I'm either expecting A, Sticky Webs, or B, Liquidation turn 1. I don't think it makes a ton of sense for him to click Leech Life when Celesteela is kind of a really good switch into this. So I would imagine he's going to either click Liquidation or Sticky Webs. Sticky Webs only affect Mega Beedrill and Azumarill, although I am packing the Defog on Rotom-Mow. I am packing the Defog on Rotom-Mow for it, so I'm just going to U-turn out here. And we see based on that damage, it's about max HP. It's a max HP Araquanid based on that damage is kind of what I'm saying. So I'm going to go into my Rotom to be able to tank this Liquidation, and a Volt Switch will actually kill this thing. I didn't actually calc the damage there, but I'm thinking that it's banded. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on it, but I think it's banded. Based on how he played it throughout the game, I think this is banded. So I'm going to click Volt Switch here, which is probably the bad play, but he predicts that really well and goes into his Nidoking for free. Excuse me. I could have clicked Leaf Storm, and that might have not been a great play, because he would have taken a ton of damage on Nidoking. But honestly, he didn't have a great switch in. Mega Latias probably could have switched in better. Anyways, I get cock-blocked by the Volt Switch, and now I'm going to switch into something else, my Celesteela, on his Stealth Rock. So, really good play by him, getting up his rocks. Mega B's obviously weak to them. Nothing else is on the team. Now I can just click Leech Seed, which is my play. Excuse me. I've sort of given up hope that I'm going to be able to get this in on Circuitry. And it's not built to stick on Circuitry, it's built to stick on the Magneton, which didn't come. So I'd rather just pop the Vulcan now and have a stronger Acrobatics later. So what I'm going to do is just click my Leech Seed here, as he's going to Thunderbolt and burn my Vulcan Berry, which I'm perfectly okay with. Although I will die to the second one, I think, based on the damage. He's actually going to switch into a Rakuen as I switch into Hydreigon. And something dies to Draco here. So unfortunately Dark Pulse didn't kill this thing because it's natural spit up bulk. But a Draco can basically claim a kill right here, except for the Milotic, which again. Excuse me. So I'm gonna click Draco and I miss, and he's gonna click Leech Life, and it's gonna kill me, and he's gonna get a ton of health back. That's really unfortunate because Hydreigon just like blew a hole in his team for potentially like Azu to clean up with Aqua Jet or Celesteela to clean up later. So that's really bad, and all that work that I did to keep the Araquanid low is wasted now. So I'm gonna go into my Azu, I believe. Yeah, and I'm just going to click Knockoff, which is really good because he brings in the Melodic, which is clearly his physical wall. I get rid of his leftovers, which is really good. This is very physically defensive. I'm just going to click Player Off this turn as he scalds, and he gets the burn first turn. Luckily we get a crit, so the burn doesn't matter, and Melodic's low. I can kind of predict him to go for like a Recover or something here, so I'm going to go to my Rotom-Mow on what I think is his Recover. Yep. We can get a Defog off here for free, scare him out with the Volt Switch as he goes back to Nidoking. I don't want those rocks in my face. Now I'm going to go into my Azu again. I am Assault Vested, so I can tank the hit. As the Thunderbolt comes out, I tank them pretty easily. Get rid of this thing's Life Orb, so it's not going to be as much of a threat later. And now I click Aqua Jet as he goes back into Melodic, which is a really good swap on Nacho's part, and Azu's going to die to the burn here from the Scald. So, I bring out Uxie for some reason, for some weird reason. Yeah, so this is kind of important, actually, that Azu died there. The Aqua Jet could have been really useful to pick off the Hawlucha, potentially. Excuse me, the Hawlucha or the Xurkitree, potentially later. Although I was burnt, so it was kind of a waste of my time, but anyways, it would have been nice to keep Azu around. Azu is kind of a big threat to most teams. It's been one of my kill leaders this season. So now Uxie's in. I've got Toxic on this thing. I'm just going to click it as he actually goes into a Rakwenid. So I'm going to get a Toxic off on this thing, which is going to wear this thing down pretty significantly. And I'm just going to U-turn out on what I think is a Leech Life. So I'm going to Celesteela. And he actually shows the Facade. So that tells me, again, that's probably banded based on that damage. And the fact that it's actually running Facade. It's a really good strat, actually, because he knows that people would want to talk status Melodic. So then switching into Rakwenid on that and then getting a Facade boost is really cool. People want to talk to status Megalodios too, so the fact that this thing can run Facade is disgusting. I mean, everything gets Facade, I think, but just really good prep on his part. I can go for an Acrobatics here now. It's boosted Acrobatics. I think he was probably predicting the Air Slash or something, as he's actually going to go into his Xurkitree here on my Acrobatics, which is going to do pitiful damage. It actually does more than I thought it was. 30-something%. It's pretty decent damage. Xurkitree is kind of just going to come in here now and do stuff, so I'm going to go back into my Rotom as he says Toklo. I'm going to Volt Switch out, hoping that it'll kill me or I can get a slow Volt Switch off, but I'm actually faster. And that damage shows me this is max HP. So I have a plan in my head right now. I'm in a very bad position. To be quite honest with you, I'm in a very, very bad position right now. But my play is to go into my Uxie here, hope I can live the hit and get another hit off. This thing's very obviously max HP and not running any speed, so I would imagine it's max HP, max special attack, modest probably, which kind of just blows through my team at this point. I'm going to go into Uxie as he's actually going to Dazzling Gleam for some reason. Thunderbolt like destroyed my team, but I guess Dazzling Gleam, I guess Thunderbolt probably just didn't kill Rotom-Mow, which is good, because that's what I brought Rotom for, was to be a sponge for those hits. Anyways, we live the Dazzling Gleam, and Uxi's base speed is faster than Xurkitry's, and I'm not running any speed. I might actually be running a minus speed nature, which is interesting that I have speed this year. I'll get the Psychic off, which is really crucial damage as he T-Bolts me here. Now, I knew what I wanted to do when I was bringing the Uxie in. I have one play, and my play is to bring in Mega Beedrill and click Fellstinger and hope that he stays in. That's literally my only play. That's my only way back into this game right now. So I sat here and I thought about it. I thought about it in quotation marks for a little while. This was basically the epitome of mind games in competitive Pokemon right here. I even stated, like, things aren't going my way. You'll see it in the chat, but I was trying to throw Nacho off a little bit. Maybe not the most sportsmanlike of conduct, actually, to be honest with you, but I'm still trying to secure a playoff spot, and he's clinched one, so I felt like maybe it was okay. I don't know. I'll probably just, like, apologize to Nacho, to be honest with you afterwards. But he does end up leaving the Xurkitree in here as I bring him on Mega Beedrill. Not going my way, really. And I'm going to get the Fellstinger off, and we got our +3 attack boost. Now, he has to have a Scarfer, otherwise the game's over right here. And suddenly the tables have turned. Oh, how the turns have tabled because of that Fellstinger. +3 Fellstinger kills Mega Latios, +3 Poison Jab kills Hawlucha, +3 Poison Jab kills the Melodic, +3 Poison Jab kills the Arachnoid, and +3 Knockoff kills the Nidoking. So, unless he's got a Scarfer, we know Nidoking's not Scarf, we know Arachnoid's not Scarf, we know Melodic's not Scarf, we know Latios can't be Scarf. So if Hawlucha's his Scarfer, then we're still in a bad spot. But it would only make sense to me if it's his Scarfer if he brings it in right now, because I'm sure he's running the calcs himself and seeing that Mega Beedrill kind of just wrecks his team. He's seen U-Turn, Fellstinger. He might think that I might have like X-Scissor or something on there, so he's going to start scouting. As he goes to Nidoking here, I just click Knockoff as he doubles into Latios to see if I Drill Run. I don't, and I have the Knockoff and I destroy that thing. In comes the Nidoking, Knockoff's going to destroy this thing. In comes the Melodic, Poison Jab's going to destroy this thing. In comes the Hawlucha, which I thought might be Scarf, Poison Jab destroys that thing. If that was Sash, that could have been really bad too. And in comes the Arachnoid, Poison Jab's going to clean this up. So we end up picking up the win here 3-0. Mega Beedrill picking up all 6 kills. Really good game from Mega Beedrill, and I think I played very poorly. To be honest with you, even though we won this game, and we won by a lot more than we should have, this is just like a really bad game from my standpoint. Hydreigon missing that Draco kind of cost me a lot in the overall grand scheme of things. It actually ended up costing me 3 Pokemon, because Hydreigon missing that Draco caused me to bring Azu in, which then got burnt by the Melodic. I could have switched into something else. I was thinking of switching into Celesteela, but I don't want my Celesteela to get burnt either. Rotom still was cock-blocked by the Nidoking because I had no attacking moves outside of Volt Switch. And then I ended up having to sack Uxie to the Xurkitree because of that whole thing going on there. Basically, all of those plays turned into me having to sack 3 Mons for no reason, essentially. And in the end, it worked out for me, basically because of pure luck and my convincing, cute nature. That we'll just leave it at that. Anyways, that's the match. We take on Mudsdale and the Denver Bruxus next week. I believe we can clinch a playoff spot if we beat Mudsdale, or if enough goes right for us in that time span. I think if Magic, no, I think we're gonna end up having to beat Mudsdale. So the thing is that like my conference that I'm in is like really competitive. So even though we're on an 8-game winning streak and we're 8-2 now, we're still not clinched for a playoff spot with 2 weeks left. So we're gonna have to beat Mudsdale. It's kind of what it comes down to. And I think if I beat Mudsdale, I basically just clinch a playoff spot. So that's what it's gonna come down to. And yeah, we take on Muddy next week, and I will catch you guys next time.